what's the difference between a 7-figure entrepreneur and an 8-figure entrepreneur? And I think that's where the biggest leap happens, because you can get to 7 figures, even multi 7 figures, through sheer hustle, through just red line, hard work, no quit, do it all yourself, figure it all out. But you can't get to 8 figures like that. You can't grow. Like, no business will outgrow the strength of its systems. The only way to get to 8 figures
the leader
is you have to develop the people, develop the processes, and develop the product. And it's namely the leader, right? To go, what got you to multi 7 figures as a producer won't get you to 8 figures as a leader. You have to become a different person. And there's so few 8-figure personal brands. And I think that's part of it, is going, you can build a multi 7-figure business as a personal brand, like through your charisma and you're amazing. But like, to get to 8 figures, you have to have people and processes and systems. And it's almost counterintuitive to a lot of personal brands who are just like, they're kind of flying on charisma. But you have to become a real leader to get to 8 figures.
And you also have to understand business basics. So, I believe there's 5 stages of a business, or 5 seasons. You got the startup phase, right? You and I have been there. Millions of other entrepreneurs have been there.
Exciting, but disorganized.
Very disorganized. You're taking advantage of every opportunity. You're weighing risk later a lot of times. You very much are in hustle, right? You're just trying to make something happen, right?
Surviving. I describe that phase as you're being chased by a bear. And it's like, and people are like, well, your shoe's untied. And you're like, but you're in startup mode. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, your shoe's untied, your pants are half falling off. Like, you cannot stop you're just running. Like, you're being chased by a bear. Like, hopefully you get ahead to where you can stop and tie your shoe. But like, the survival mode of the startup is it's a flat out sprint. So I agree with you. That's like straight up hustle. What's after that?
Testing, right? So now you got something that's working. I was very fortunate to experience some of this when we got introduced with Brand Builders Group a number of years ago, because it was like COVID, right? It had just happened, and we're like doing live events on Zoom and just being, I call it pivot to it becomes possible. Like, you're pivoting, but
wait, say that again.
Pivot to what becomes possible.
Pivot to what becomes possible.
Yeah, because in the testing phase, you're seeing things that work, you're seeing things that don't work. We're having to come up with new ways that things that are working. Like, it's less, I would call it less of being chased by a bear and more of like, hey, I need to go ahead and like plant a garden. Like, it's much more of like seeing what grows in different areas.
Well, so it's interesting as you're talking. I love that. I've never heard you say that before. Pivot until
it becomes possible.
Until it becomes possible. What it really seems to me is almost like you're like in a maze or something. Or like you're getting hit, you're getting slapped in the face. You're like, this doesn't work, go this way. And you're just like pinball. You're just kind of like getting bounced around until you kind of like, it's like, just take the beating and you'll find your way. Kind of a thing.
Well, and I think again, to me, it's so important to understand what season of business that you're in, because you can give yourself grace. You become present in the moment. You're less impatient. You're definitely not on the arrogant side. You're more open to being teachable, which helps you overcome the side of being, I call it ignorance. It's like, you don't know what you don't know, and you don't know where to find what you don't know, right? You're gonna discover these different things along the way. And in the testing phase, once you're done with the testing phase, you've got something that's working. It's working. I got something here. I can build a business. Okay. Now is the next phase, which is the investing phase. Okay. What do I invest in?
Investing?
Yep. Do I invest in team? Do I invest in leadership? Do I invest in process or systems or CRM or, your accounting software, or like there's all these different tools that ultimately will make your life easier, right? But you still have to get through the window.
That's a tough phase, the investing phase, because it's like your eyes are open to all the things you need, but you can't afford them. You can't afford all of them.
Priorities,
You can't afford, it's like, oh man, we need a CFO. It's like, I can't afford a CFO. Like, oh, we need another salesperson. It's like, I can't, we need better microphones. We need better cameras. We need a building. We need a new CRM. And it's just like, because you're still kind of being chased by the bear, but like you have a little bit of distance, but you can't stop to do all the things. So you got to place your bets. You place your bets there. That's good.
Yeah, I mean, and it helps. Like you get really clear on, okay, we're going to invest in this, and maybe 6 months from now we can invest in the next thing or whatever. I've heard terms. I think it's one of Dave's terms, as fast as cash. Build your business as fast as cash. Buildings, technology, whatever. I agree with that. All the businesses I've owned are all debt free in general. I never borrow money.
That's good.
I slowly build. It's slower, but more stable. I weathered COVID. I weathered, the pandemic. I weathered like these different, embezzlement, all these different things because I didn't have this exponential risk, right? Once you get past the investing phase, now you're in the scaling phase, which
this is phase 4.
Phase 4 is scaling.
Scaling.
Right? You can't scale what you can't duplicate or replicate, and you darn sure can't scale dysfunction.
Ha! That's good. Yeah, you cannot.
Dysfunction to me is built from the energy of hustle,
which is usually connected to the entrepreneur. Then, like,
exactly, because what's happening is they're not responding constantly; they're reacting constantly.
Okay.
So therefore, the thing that they're trying to solve in the moment, in the time, without taking a moment to breathe, make a data-driven decision, is going to cause them 4 more problems, and then they wonder why they're constantly putting out fires.
Here is the most sobering thought as an entrepreneur to me that I've ever had to come to grips with. Our business is a reflection of me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, our business is a reflection of my internal, thoughts.
Exactly.
So it's like, if my business is chaos, it's because I'm chaotic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if we're helter skelter and
Mm-hmm.
and you go like, I don't know how literally true it is, but gosh, I think it's pretty literally true.
Yeah.
And you go, everything that drives you nuts about your business is an external reflection of your internal paradigm and mindset of like what's going on in your own head.
1,000%. And again, that's why I guess I'm trying to be a bit of an evangelist of discovering alignment. Like alignment, not regardless of your faith belief, like we're alignment with the divine, alignment with yourself, making peace with your past. Like a lot of my reactions as a business owner, how I treated people even early days was a byproduct of what I hadn't dealt with on my inside.
Like in a personal life.
Yeah.
Like stuff happened when you were seven years old. And like now all of a sudden that's affecting you.
Yeah. I mean, and the reality is that it's real stuff. I'm a big believer in grounding now. I'm a big believer in having healthy methodologies of regulating. Prayer, meditation are part of my lifestyle, active lifestyle workout. Making sure my hormone levels are good. I'm 49 years old, man. So things are off from when I was 20 something, right? Or different, right? All this kind of stuff. And then if you can get all that done and you get the scaling situated, now you can go to the 5th phase is either operate or sell. Now, the one big mistake.
Operate or sell.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I couldn't figure out a way to blend the words together. So yeah, it's operate or sell because when you have choice. Now, the one big mistake that I think we all make as business owners is we don't build our businesses to sell. So if you build your business to sell, you're going to be far more focused on the efficiencies, the processes, the systems, the people, all those types of things to be super clear on actually building an actual organization. Mm-hmm. If you're building it solely to operate it, then it's going to be built around you, which means you're never going to have the lifestyle and freedom that you ultimately want.
Right. Yeah. I heard it said once that like a business worth selling looks a lot like a business worth keeping. Is to go, the best business you can build is one that theoretically would operate without you. Yeah. Because that's the one that's most valuable to sell. It's also the most valuable to keep. It's like, well, if the business operates without me, why wouldn't I keep it? Right. It's like, if I created a vending machine that was throwing off $100,000 a year, I would just keep operating it. Or somebody would buy it because it's a very successful vending machine. Yeah. It's sort of like how you have to think of like any business.